Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel and again to the Let's Make a Song Friday. And today we are going again to build a song from scratch. What I can say about last week is that it didn't go very well because we had the synthesizer called Model 72, which I didn't like it pretty much on last week's song, so we are going to try to avoid those mistakes again. That's why I've made a to-do list so we are sure about what we are going to do, right? So again, last week the song was all right. It's being under post-production, let's say. We are recording the video tomorrow. We were supposed to do it last week, but we couldn't, so we delayed things for tomorrow, where we are going to record this song, last week's Let's Make a Song Friday song, as well as another song I've done yesterday. So there's 3 songs to be done tomorrow, but today we're gonna focus only on doing this song, and we are going to start by looking at my to-do list, because I made a to-do list for today's video and it's here. So as you can see, we are going to start by looking for a theme for the song. We are going to create a bit using Battery 4, so we are not going to use Splice once again. We're going to avoid Splice as much as we can. However, we are going to use Splice for stuff like fills, risers, or any other effects that we want to add to our song, okay? So like synth pads and beats and stuff like that, we are going to avoid completely, okay? And we're gonna focus on building it from scratch. It's gonna be cool because on Battery 4, we're also gonna look at some stuff like how to get from battery to different multi-track drums and then make it a stereo drum track. And that's gonna involve a bit of mixing, which is quite cool for you guys to have a look at as well. We are going then, after we're going to choose the BPM of the song to make sure that we are happy with the song tempo, etc, etc. We are going to look at Klimper, which is a beautiful plugin I have at the moment. I bought it recently and it's very helpful for people that are they do not have any music background, let's say, okay? So, but for me, I've got some music background, not a lot, but some. And at some extent, I use it just to get creative, okay? Because sometimes you are stuck on some chords and you don't like the melodies, etc, etc. So you just go and get Klimper and you sort yourself out. You sort your life out using Klimper, right? Number 5, we're gonna record the bass again, like last week, but this time I'll make sure that you guys can see me playing the bass. That's why I've modified the camera. And then we are going to decide the verse, chorus, and bridge position and times for this song. Create an atmosphere by adding synth sounds, arpeggiators, delays, reverbs, all that good jazz, and then develop the melodies on top with guitars, dynamics, automations, etc, etc, etc. Okay, let's have a look at the theme. So for this month on LA Vibes, we are looking at space rock, kind of, okay? So if you heard our last 2 songs, you probably noticed that we're using a lot of effects, a lot of footage on space and stuff like that, because we like that, okay? And we decided to use that, and it's gonna be our theme for today's song as well. So we're not gonna avoid that, okay? Number 2, since our theme is space rock, we're just gonna underline it, saying that it's okay. Let's start by creating a bit on Battery 4, yeah? So I've got my instance open here for Battery 4. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this by trial, let's say. So I'm gonna try a few samples first. If I'm not happy, I'll go back. So this might take a while, guys, but stick around because there's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming up, okay? So let's start by choosing a kick, which is my kick and a snare, which are the 2 main instruments that we want to deal with first. I've got already an idea in my head about what I'm gonna play. So let's go for a kick first. Also, let me just make sure that you guys are not being clipped by the sound. Yep, it's all right. I just gotta lower mine a little bit. Let's try this one. It's kind of short and exact to the point what we want. There's also no skin on it, I believe, so it's just the kick bass itself. So let's use that, and let's try snare. Where is the snare? Oh. I like this. I'm gonna keep it. These are rims. We don't run rim shots. We really want snares. Where are they? Oops. For some reason, I should have done this. Let's cut the cell, go back to the kick and get it. It was the 90913. Yeah. Nope. Anyway, it's similar, doesn't matter. They don't go well with each other, so I'm gonna go back and look for something. That's kind of cool. Right, let's start building our layout for the drums. Just kick and snare, and where is it? Consolidate. Might not be here. Let's see. C3. Okay. No. Right, cool. What I'm gonna do now is just gonna add some audio tracks. I'm gonna call this kick, snare, and I am going to output this that I just wrote into these tracks. Oops, we don't want external in. Neither this one. We are going to battery, open battery 4, and set up editor master. Yeah. So if you want to output from battery or any other instance like battery, Easy Drummer, whatever, I think it's here on the output. I know it's here on the output for battery 4, but for other instance, I'm not sure. But it should be something like this, okay? So output 3 and 4, our snare 5 and 6. And we are going to add battery 4 here and here. 3 and 4. 5 and 6. And we should be able to listen to that on the tracks. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, it sounds like nothing yet, but trust me, we're gonna get somewhere with this. Just gonna quickly record that, and we've got our first 4 bars of the song. Okay, so now that we have the first 4 bars, we are going to get a hi-hat and some percussive instruments. So I'm gonna add a hi-hat here. Maybe some shaker at some points. Shaker. Congo. 1. We're gonna make a nice stereo image as well with the Congo, so Congo 2. Let's color code these the same, so we know it's the drums. Group it, and that's it. This is our drum group. And we're good to go. So now that we've recorded that kick and snare, we can go to look for some hi-hats. And again, let's go back to battery. Samples, drums, hi-hats. Not open, but closed. That should do. And yep. Let's take the output of this one. We don't want inputs on that. We want the battery 1, 3 and 4 input. 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Can't remember. If it's not entering here, probably I just effed up here. And let's have a look. 5, 6, of course. Okay, I'm gonna record this live, so I'm gonna add 1 bar, and yeah, should be enough. Oops, forgot to get the click going as well. It's not going well as I expected, but if we do differently, let's have a look. Okay, let's do it this way, the old good way. At least we know it's on tempo. And we are going to record just 2 bars of the hi-hats. And we don't need that now. And why is it not recording? Interesting. Ah, yes, of course. Cool. So we've got Congo 1 and Congo 2. Let's look for those now very quickly. So if you go to percussion and maybe studio, let's have a look. There was a good one here. Where is it? I can't remember the name now. Percussion, acoustic. Right, let's do C, D, E, no, C sharp, D sharp, E. Okay, what's happening here? Right, so this is not needed anymore. We are going now to get Congo 1 and 2. Three and 4, 5 and 6. Let's go. Okay. Let's keep that for later. Let's keep going with this, because this is what's going to give us the back of the song. We can worry about shakers and all that a bit later. And now we are going to step 2, but we're going to go back to step 3, sorry, and we're going to go back to step 2. So let's choose the BPM. The BPMs are very low, I think. Okay, that's all good. Climper. So this is the VST I was talking about. And to start with, we can choose any scale for the project, from major to minor, and all the Greek modes are all available. So you've got all the sharps and normal notes, the 8 notes. And yeah, let's get going with maybe D minor. Why not? Is it clipping? Interesting. Am I with this? No, this is monitor off. All good, all good. Don't know why it's clipping though. It's getting annoying, this distortion. Would it be my headphones? Because I'm too loud or something? Anyway, let's get going. Okay, we've got Climper on. We're going to choose some notes to play with. I was thinking about maybe why not? Oops. Maybe the minor, no, not with 9. Sorry, I started speaking Portuguese now. Why? Yep. Let's remove that and cool. I think we got a melody, some sort of melody on the background there. Let's start. Oops, not that, but see what I've done. So if I click there, and if you do this, you're just dragging and dropping into the track the G minor 6 with the 9th. We don't want that. We want the entire thing. So we click the section and then we can get the chords. Yes, with the tempo, please. And we are going to open a new MIDI track. MIDI track. And we're gonna get potentially a warm pad synth. Let's have a look. Mm, synth pads, maybe basic. Let's put the chords in. We're gonna shut down the Climper for a moment, and let's listen to the synthesizers that we got here. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to, I don't remember the name of this, but if loop, yeah, if you guys want to loop this section, is just click there and drag that to the section you want to loop. That's it. All right, let's start with that. Sounds good to me. So that can be our, let's say, verse. Let's start that as the verse. Oh, missing the R. So this is our verse on FM8 with the Climper chords, okay? After this, we are going to get some more chords for that section for the chorus bit. Okay, and thinking about it, so we are working on D minor 7 with G. Why not G sharp? No, not G sharp. Which chord was that? Just give me a brief moment. So I've got D minor and G minor. Okay. Let's see which chords can I use for the chorus. Yes, I'm asking ChatGPT. On D minor, which chords for chorus? ChatGPT will tell me something cool. Okay, so B flat major 7, which is this one. Right, so let's go this way. And let's grab it and put into our synth. Import the tempo as well. Do this, which is copy, rename to chorus. Now let's push the drums to that section as well. Let's listen to it. Oh, by the way, I don't like that G6 there. I think G minus 6 with the 9th. I don't like it. Let's look for something else, for a different option. Maybe, yeah, A minor 7 will do. So let's go. And this section onto here. Yep, once again, don't show again, please. Yeah. All good. So, if you're enjoying, not sure how many people are watching so far. I've been quite distracted doing this, but let's have a look. If you want, you can say hi here on the chat, and if you guys have any questions, please pop them over. I can answer them regarding music production, of course. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm gonna do this basically every single Friday from now on. Got some new projects going with LA Vibes. We also thinking about a podcast. And yeah, we'll see. Say hi on the chat, like this video, subscribe, so we can reach as many people as we can, because we like doing this. Okay, thank you very much. So going further with the song. Sorry, we are going to write this as a chorus, and we're gonna check if this is on spot. So let's listen from this note here. Okay, all good. Right, now it's time for our shaker. I think the shaker, I'm gonna get it from our beautiful friend Splice, because it's kind of it's a lot of work to basically just do that shaker thing. You have to do it with the velocity and all that jazz on MIDI, blah blah. So we are going to look for shakers on Splice. And let's put some shakers on. I think this one is fine. I'm just going to very quickly going to my music project and get the sample folder, so I can copy paste it very quickly. And we're gonna drag and drop this one onto the folder, and now onto our session. Yeah, shaker's here. Let's go shaker. Where is the chorus bit? Yeah. Oops, whatever happened here. Okay, no worries. Just gonna do some panning and volume. Cool. So it's starting to sound like something, but not yet what we want and need. Okay, so let's just make sure that we got another 4 of these. This as well, and maybe start thinking about recording a bass. Yeah, I've got some ideas already for the bass. Let's lower down the drums, insert an audio track for the bass. The bass is gonna need a DI, so we have the bass and we're gonna duplicate it and create a bass DI as well, because we want the sound of the amplifier emulator, if you want to call it that way, which is Guitar Rig. I usually use the Dirty Studio Bass, it sounds great. And on the bass DI, I do not have anything on it. It's just the signal from the DI. Now, moving forward, we can put this on channel number 2, which is where I got my DI. We can start thinking about getting some gain up on our number 2 and get the bass. Let's go. So yeah, just bear with me for a moment while I plug in my headphones again. I have to be careful with the strap, with the synthesizer as well. I've got a very tiny space around here. Now I need the jack as well. And once I've plugged the jack, we got the bass up and running. Right. All this noise because of the monitor. Apparently monitors and humbuckers, they don't like each other. But we can put a noise gate on it, it's fine. Oops, I'm playing this in loop. I don't want to play this in loop, by the way. But I like the bass line I'm doing, so let's crack on with it. Forgot the chorus part, the chords of it. So we've got B flat, F6, G minor, and A. Cool. So let's crack on again. I think I'm gonna start by recording the first part of the bass, which I can do straight away. Just add the bar to start recording. Okay. And not on that track, please. Let's do it again. That's all right. We can cut and paste. So 1 second. All right. Let's take that annoying bass out. And let's see how much we got of noise in that bass track. Okay, perfect. So we've got the bass line already recorded, we've got the drums, got the FM synth. What else can we do? We could try and find a bridge, but not until I've got some stuff going on here. Let's have a look at step number 4, I think it is. Okay, choose the BPMs, done. Climper, done. Record the bass, done. So decide verse, chorus, and bridge position and time. So actually it's the point that we need to get now. So we need to start deciding where we're gonna stick things up. So let's start by thinking the chorus a little bit. In order to become a better chorus, we need to get something else going on there. Maybe we will skip this step now and add an arpeggiator to make it sound a bit more like chorusy. So let's do that, and not with an audio track, me and the audio tracks. So let's start with MIDI track, and we're gonna call it arpeg. And the arpeg is coming from, which one should I use? FM8 again? Yeah, why not? Let's go with FM8. Yeah. So arpeggiators, what do we have here? By the way, I'm just going to plug my Arturia Mini keyboard in just to test the sounds. Let's try this. Where's the consolidate? Yep. Okay. We have B flat, which is A sharp. Then we have F. G. Is it G? I can't remember. G and A. Yep. Right, let's solo this with the FM. It's not that bad, to be honest. Let's Let's add a bit of gain into that. Where's the gain? Gain. Audio effects. Audio effects. Where is the utility? There you go. Let's raise it up a bit. Okay, and then we're gonna get a second arpeggiator for the verse only, something a bit more like a sequencer, not an arpeg, but a sequencer. Let's go. FM8 once again, something a bit more low tone, let's say. Arturia, yep. Let's go. By the way. Let's try this. What happened? Okay, consolidate. That may be too big. Just need 4. So we start in D, then we're going to G. 2 bars of D, then G, which is, it's not sounding great to be honest, but let's see what happens. Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. Just gonna copy and paste that, put that over there, and that's our arpeggiator is done. Okay. So for our delays and reverbs, we can in fact first record the arpeggiators into audio tracks, which is a good practice. So that's coming to audio, which in fact is the chorus arpeg. Let's take that off. No input, and should be okay. Perfect. We don't need the counting, so let's take that off, and now we can record. Let it flow, let it flow. It's all right. We've got time. Right, should be enough. We can actually, from here, we can do this fade out. And we're going to copy and paste here. We're going to remove this instance of the arpeggiator we just recorded. We don't need it anymore. Sounds great. FM8 is now the turn for the verse arpeggiator. So audio track, once again, rename, yeah, that's it. let's take the external input and we are going to add the verse arpeggiator on the FM8. Click the recording button there and now record it. All right, perfect. So we've got that arpeggiator done as well. Going there and gonna remove the FM8 again. And let's start maybe working a bit on these drums because they're getting annoying. We need the reverb, we need to take them, space them out, take them far out. So let's see this kick drum. What can we do with it? So what I generally do is EQ it a little bit just to see if I can get that lower zone out a little bit, because I don't work with subs, woofers in this case. I've only got 2 monitors, unfortunately I don't have a woofer, but I can see here if it's going too loud or not. We can visually treat it. So yeah, in this region you can see that it's going a bit above to 6. We can just take out a little bit. It dries out the kick also, if you notice. I don't know if you guys can notice that or not, but yeah, maybe give it a little boost here on the high ends, and that's it. Compression, just so it doesn't go over that level. So if we play it, now we can raise a little bit, but not too much. See it on the right meter, you can see if where it's clipping or if it's clipping or not. So maybe there is a good section. -1. Yep, all good. Take off a bit of the ratio so it's not that hard compression. Yeah, sounds great. Let's go for the snare. There's something particular about this snare. So this snare apparently has already some reverb on it. However, we are still going to try and add some reverb on top of it. Let's see how it goes. Let's start by adding the EQ weight. Excuse me. Yeah, let's leave that done. That's actually the main body of this EQ. Now, the snare has something particular here that I'm gonna remove, which is the low end. I'm gonna remove around 110 Hertz. Why? Basically because we're gonna leave this region here for bass, kick, and other instruments that have a lot of low end. So yeah, let's take that out from the snare and make sure that any other instruments around don't have that region as well, because we only need it for the bass, kick, and let's see what else. But definitely not these instruments I've got here, like the arpeggiators, the pads. The pads we can remove that as well with no problem. So let's move on to the hi-hats. There's something else that I want to talk about here, which is if you look into a drummer playing, hold on, I've got a question. What if your PC is so shitty that can't handle Ableton Live Lead? Do you have any suggestions for light DAWs that can perform more or less the same things? Right, that's a very nice question, because the only one I can remember is Audacity. And believe it or not, Audacity is such a great DAW, but people just tend to not use it. I used to use it quite a lot back in the day. I used to have the same problems as you, shitty computer. So I used Audacity to record some bits and bobs, and it really did the job. Now, don't expect it like that you can mix an entire song there. You would really need some sort of plugins, but if I remember correctly, you still have some compression. Not sure about reverberation, but compression, equalizers, and stuff like that, you can find it in Audacity. Not sure about reverbs and delays though, okay? But yeah, go for it if you want, my friend. Audacity, definitely. Not Pro Tools, not anything else, because they basically the same as Ableton Live. Right, moving on, as I was saying, so here on the hi-hats, we have to look at, for instance, a drummer playing this. So if you are in the room recording a drummer playing, you'd notice that if you look straight into him, you'd notice that his hi-hats will be on the right side. So that's what we are going to do to the hi-hats. We are going to create the stereo image by positioning the hi-hats on the right side. So I'd say around 15 rights should be okay. Let's have a look. Oh, by the way, just let me add the EQ and see what's happening with the hi-hats. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, again, I need to cut this bit. It's not really needed for the hi-hats. Don't forget that these are hats that were not played but made. So yeah, we need to do this, definitely. Right, sounds good. Let's move on to listen to the 3 parts of the drum kit. Perfect. Now, what we're gonna do is on our drum group, we are going to, not on the drum group, I'm sorry, we are going to create drum audio track. So like sort of a mix. I don't think I'm going to add much more on the drums. I'll do the fills on a different track. So let's add the drum kick, the drum snare, and the hi-hats. First, let's maybe ungroup this. Right, so these 3 are going to the drum track, which is 9 audio, I believe. Yep. So let's rename it. Drums mix, and these 3 are going straight in there. Now, what we need to do is record this entire section that we already have, but that's fine. As I said, we've got time. Yep. Let's remove the external input. We don't want my microphone in it. Why is it clipping so much? Drums mix, not anything else going in it, is it? No, it's all good. I don't know why it's clipping so much. Would be that drum kick? Snare? Shall I compress the snare? Maybe. Let's do it. Let's compress the snare. Oh yeah. We'll also add a limiter on drums mix because it seems to be so loud. I don't know why. Let's record it and have a look at the waveform, and then we decide what's the best approach. Yeah. Congos are not needed for now. That's a percussion thing for later. These are not needed now as well. So let's go for it. I think he's complaining about the hi-hats, to be honest. I was just looking at it, and it seems to be on the right side of the meter that it's clipping. So let's go again and lower down the volume of the hi-hats. I'm gonna record it like this, honestly. I don't care, because we'll see the waveform and once again we'll decide. So this is the thing about audio. It's trial error, you know. It's not something that it's gonna be at first time. It needs a lot of tries to get the thing right. And we also can just do this, by the way. Completely forgot. I'm so used of recording drums that are played by people and not by machines that I keep forgetting that this is just a kick, a snare, and hi-hats. And why is it giving me this? Right, okay. Fine. Yep. This doesn't need to be on, by the way. And these now can be reduced. Our shaker is going to come up here. This is our work session, work part of the session, and this is what we already recorded. So that's our place of interest right now. If we need to go back, we've got the tracks here, right? Let's move on to listening to the song once again. Oh no, sorry. My bad. We are going to add this beautiful compressor I have here from Waves onto the drum mix, limit it, and see what the meter says, right? Why taking ages? There you are. Okay. First things first, let's lower down this gain, because I know that once this CLA3A comes in, it just explodes everything up. So peak reduction, let's leave it like that. Limiter. Now let's listen solely to the drums. Reduce a bit the peak reduction. We don't need super limited. But as you can see, it's limited to that spot there now. It won't go above that, so that's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about technical stuff in Ableton Live, please just ask them. There's no problem. Right, so I think it's time to add a reverb on our drums. So drum mix. Now let's make it like 20% wet and 80% dry. Just want to explain a bit this part. It's quite interesting because back in the day when I used Pro Tools, sorry, just 1 second. I need to charge my cigarettes. So back in the day when I used Pro Tools, we used to do this thing which was, we used to have the dry track and the wet track. So on the wet track, we would fit the reverb. On the dry track, there would be nothing, right? And then we would adjust the volumes of both tracks accordingly. But nowadays, we've got the mix, which is superb. It's fantastic. We don't need those tracks anymore. Everything can be done in just one track. So let's have a look. First, let's scoop off a bit the low frequencies. We don't need the kick on our reverb. We're just most interested on the high end or low, mid to high end of the drum tracks to enter the reverb. And plates should be all right, but it's not gonna be plate. It's gonna be more like a hole because I'm gonna reduce the reverb time. It's the same if you click there, but I'd rather do it myself. Okay, this is the pre-delay. We're not gonna be using the pre-delay. We're just gonna use the delay for now. And after, let's try some delay as well to see how it goes. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not very keen on that hi-hat. Seems to be entering the reverb on the high end, but I've tried to remove it, as you can see. But still it's going in. It's such an annoying sound. Let's remove the reverberation time a bit. Yeah, better. Now, delay. Let's add the delay onto it before the reverb. I usually do it before the reverb, otherwise you are delaying the reverb as well, so your effects chain matters here. So let's start by being double time. These are triplets, I guess. This is quadruple time, I don't know. But what we're gonna do is, let's make it 15% dry. And it actually adds a bit more groove to the song, which is great. Yeah, much better. Now, there's something that I need to tell you guys now. I'm not used to do this on the headphones, right? So I might be doing some stuff that I wouldn't do if I was listening to on my monitors or speakers per se. So let's take that in consideration, but still let's move on and build the track up. So far we've got one verse, chorus, okay? We've worked the drums, now they're sounding great. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna duplicate this chorus section, add that there, do a copy of it, because this is quite an important instrument. We need it. It gives the rhythm to our chorus the same way this gives rhythm to our verse, and they are two completely different sounds. So let's keep that there. Let's increase the chorus part on the second time, and now we are going to start thinking about building a bridge. Okay, now bridge, what can we do on the bridge? I think I'm gonna add some weird sound, the weirdest sound I'm gonna find in Splice, add it into the bridge to make it like, I don't know, spatial, just so you can imagine yourself somewhere else but not on planet Earth. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just lower our tracks per se, and let's go Splice, and on Splice we are going to get some pads maybe, effects. So we're playing this on D minor, and we want an effect on D minor, something that's along these lines, like 16 seconds, not longer than that, but this one is in E. Thankfully, Splice is our friend, and you can basically just grab your D minor and look for something that has about that length. Or where is that? I think there was an option somewhere around here that you could choose the time of the sample, but anyway, that's fine. We've got the BPMs here also, so yeah, BPM is also a good idea to implement. So let's say between 100 and 115, 15 maybe not, 10, 15 is too much. So there you go. No, not that, please. Let's try this. It's just for the sake of 30 seconds, and we can do something nice with it. Let's have a look. Just dragging and dropping it to the samples, sample folder of Ableton. So this is my project here. I always have a sample folder where I put the samples I basically download from Splice. Okay, so we're gonna add that here, and that's gonna be our sample from Splice. What can we do now? Let's listen maybe from here. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work yet because we might need some risers, some kind of effects that takes you from verse to chorus, then chorus to verse again, then verse to chorus, and then chorus to bridge, and then from bridge to the final chorus, where we're gonna give everything, like all the feelings into that chorus, and then finish the song in such an epic scene, right? And I'm thinking because of the music time so far, we've got 3 minutes and 15. I might add another two chorus in this final bit. Yeah, I know you guys thinking, but that's gonna be so much. There's a lot happening, but you've repeated the chorus twice. You're gonna repeat the chorus again. Trust me, that doesn't make any difference if you know what you're doing when it comes to writing music. And see, when you do that, you go from around 3 minutes 5 seconds to about nearly 3:45. Yeah. But that's not the tempo that matters. We just want the song to be long enough for people to enjoy it, and generally that takes 3 minutes to 4 minutes. There's of course a billion bands in the world that do like 10-minute songs, 20-minute songs. But in this context, that's not what we want. We just want to have these 3 to 4 minutes of great ambience, great feelings, and work around that. That's why I've incremented the final chorus from 2 to 4 times. Anyway, moving forwards, how can we now make it appealing? Well, let's go back to our to-do list. So that's done pretty much. We've decided create an atmosphere. This is something that goes along. It's not something that, oh, made a mistake here. Doesn't matter. As I was saying, this create atmosphere is something that goes along as you build the song. So you can actually create more atmosphere as you develop the melody, do the dynamics. Even at the end of the mix, if something comes up, you can still stick into the song and would be completely fine. Okay, but for now, guys, I think we're gonna go for a break. I'm gonna make a cup of tea and get 5 minutes break to get my head off a bit of Ableton, because I've been on it all day, not just this hour I've been with you, but all day basically. So we're gonna have a break now, 5 minutes. I'll be right back and I'll see you in a second. Yeah, don't go away, and subscribe, like, and comment to help us reach more people. That's what we need. Thank you very much, and see you in 5 minutes. So, welcome back, everyone. I just made some tea. We got things going well. What can I say? Oh, yeah, don't forget to subscribe. So, we just finished setting up our structure for the song, right? Let's have a look at the to do list. Let's develop the melody now. It's our point. As I was saying, creating an atmosphere can be done at any point in this section, let's say, on the to-do list. So as we go along with the song, we can start adding more stuff like percussion instruments, fills, risers, delays, reverbs as plugins, synth sounds, arpeggiators, sequences, whatever. Yeah. So I'm thinking about now maybe add a guitar, just some melody on top of the beginning of the song, which probably is gonna do something nice, which is gonna remove these two final chorus parts, let's say, because I'm gonna add the guitar at the beginning. So we are going to do this. What happened? Don't know why it didn't move, but anyway, I'm gonna move it there. I'm gonna copy. Oh yeah, we need to split the bass, by the way. So split the bass here and there as well. We need to decrease that for now and copy paste that to the beginning and oops, put this back where it was. Right, so maybe no, copy that one instead. That for sure will work. That as a fade out as well there, we don't want that. Blah blah blah. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, no, you're not gonna be there, mate. Okay, so guitar. Let's add an audio track, guitar. I'm gonna disconnect my DI box. I'm gonna connect my jack onto channel number 2 of my audio interface. And I'm gonna swap this for channel 2 and let's get the guitar. So bear with me for a second. Right, for the guitar, I'm gonna choose Guitar Rig again. I've been using Guitar Rig since, I don't know, 2010, as well as Amplitude 4, but Amplitude 4 is kind of outdated, if you know what I mean. Effects and all that stuff that I've got here I don't like it. So I'm gonna go for Guitar Rig 6, and I'm gonna choose something like dreamy sound. Let's see first if I got sound on the guitar. Yep. Okay, so I think Timeless Clean. Okay, we can actually gain is fine. I don't know why this is clipping so much in my ears. I hope it's not clipping for you guys. So if you guys have anything to say related to the sound, let me know on the chat so I can do something about it. But it's very crunchy. It shouldn't be crunchy. Right. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're just going to record for now. this clipping is driving me insane. Let's try this. Too many effects. Type of effects, delay. Why so much? Right, we're gonna go with the dry signal, maybe add the stuff as we go. Let's say delay, maybe. Delay, definitely. Too long. So D minor, G minor, so let's try the D minor scale, pentatonic scale. And once we record, or once we get something done with the guitar, I'll just go and do the effects part of it after recording. Not worried about that now. We can swap, record dry signal. So if I take the guitar rig off, what comes up here will be the same with the delay on or off, guitar rig on or off. Okay, so let's start doing something. Okay, something to do on the beginning again. I think it's a good melody. Let's try and record that. That arpeggio and the first and the eighth note. Oops. That's it. Yep. Okay. it is what it is. If we miss a note, we can always repeat that section over and over and over until we get it right. But one thing I need to do is I won't record straight from the beginning, so let's count in with 1 bar. Oh god, got distracted with this stupid cable. Yep, last one was great. Now, let's listen to that. This is going to be our melody. If we need to add some stuff, we can do on top. Make sure that we can play it as well. It's very important. And let's go. Completely off. Another off. Damn it. Nearly. Okay, that's a good one. Perfect. We're gonna get that one. Yeah, this is, I know. Okay, first of all, we're not lazy, right? We're just pre-producing something that we are going to play. So tomorrow, and I promise you that tomorrow, we are gonna film this. As you know, in LA Vibes, we do these videos where we appear playing instruments, and we're not just doing that for film. We are basically doing that for, sorry, as we record along with it, okay? We're not just doing that for film, we're recording it, really. So what we're doing now is pre-producing the song, so tomorrow, when it comes to the recording part, we know what we're recording and it goes straight, boom. And that's it. So we're gonna keep this part here that I recorded, it's quite nice. The other ones were so crap. And this is gonna give us the melody sensation we need for this tune at the beginning. Now, where are we gonna put that? So 13.3, let's stretch it over here, and 13.3, so we need to put here on 1.3. 1.3, there you go. Okay, let's listen. Can repeat that over and over again, doesn't matter. So 0.3 is here. Let's do a fade out. All good, all good. Repeat 4 times. Then here is where, then now a vocal comes in, something else. Let's say, let's see. I mean, oh, by the way, we need to rename that for a sample. Splice sample, yeah, that's what I want. Splice sample, so we know what it is. Usually I put it over here, and now let's listen to it again. Yeah, we can add the guitar here. It's fine. Alright, got some ideas, cool. We've jammed enough to get some ideas, which is great. So 1 second while I take the guitar off. Okay, first things first. Chorus needs a, I think it's B4 that is called, which is a Hammond. So we are going to get another audio track. Oh, sorry, me and the audio tracks, unbelievable. MIDI track, FM8 again, and I think we've got some percussive organs here. Yeah. B4, there you go. So this is what we need here. And now building this, quite simple, I dare to say, but let's see. We need Klimper again, because I forgot the bloody chords. Right, I'm gonna write them down before I forget. I'll keep going to Klimper to do that. So let's get a pen. So it's B flat, dominant 7. Then we got F with the 6th. We have G minor 7 and A minor 7. Perfect. Okay. So the dominant 7 chord, we can just make it major chord. What's the tempo of that? Let's have a look here. Yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each 2 bars has 4 notes. So F6, then G, then A. Too low. Maybe that one needs to go up. Okay. So we've got major, major, minor, minor. So major, major means that third one is major, which is D, A. This is minor, so it's going to be A sharp. Why did it start there? Quick trick to get the MIDI notes on position is just use your arrows on your keyboard, left or right, as I'm doing now, and then you're going to position them on the MIDI straight at the exact starting point. Okay, let's listen to it. Maybe not the B4. Sort of. Let's try another type of organ. Let's try the clean one. No, too churchy. Aha, there we go. Something that I like. Deep Purple style. Maybe now it's too low. Let's try it. Right, okay. Now we are going to add the organ only on the last bit of the song. Maybe, I don't know if it's going to create any impact to it or not, we'll see. Let's see that again, but with different sound. Again, organ. Yeah, a bit more soft this one. Okay, what's happening? Ah, brilliant. That's the time that I have to restart Ableton Live. So CLA just lost connection. Don't know why, don't ask me. But this has been happening since I actually done a memory erase on live, which is gonna make me quit live and go back to live once again. Right, let's do this. Right, we're back up and running. Live sesh. All right, let's listen from where we were. Okay, I like it. Just adding a little bit, not much, but that's pretty much what I wanted. Now, FX, that's what we need. Going back to our sample folder and splice, let's get the risers and fills for our song. Trust me, it's gonna make such a huge difference now, and you guys are gonna be like, wow. Okay, starting with risers. What is a riser? So it's basically this. It's kind of great effect to add even to audio, video. I used it quite a lot in both, let's say. But we want something a bit smoother like that. But I've already used that in one of the songs I've done last week. Not gonna use that again, definitely. So let's try something else while we drink some tea. I'm gonna try this one just for the sake of it. Kind of sounds like a spaceship starting its engine. So why not? Right, let's go. Medium sweep. Guys, if you have any questions, please pop them up on the chat. I know that there's about 3 people, 4 people watching this. It's not much, but what can we do? It's YouTube. I appreciate that we already have 74 views on the video, but 12 likes, which is great. But please pop some questions over, say something on the chat. I'm here, hello. Let's go. Perfect. Now, one thing I like to do with these risers and sort of effects that I keep adding to the songs, I like to add some automation onto it. So let's call this riser first. I'll show you the automation after. So Oh, just bear with me for a second. I might need to add first a bit of reverb. Yeah, it's too on my face. Didn't like it that much. Yeah, let's put some ambient. Yeah, that's fine. Did it make any effect? Okay. I need to do something else to this before we use the reverberation. So, as you can hear at this point of the sound, it kind of increases a lot. I might just compress the shit out of it, because we need it. Can I do that with the compressor anyway? Which is basically try to not go too above that line like it does here. So yeah, that second note that comes in is annoying. Perfect. See, we can do that, everything with the compressor. Compression is the best thing on the planet. Right, now we're gonna add the LX, and we should be, yeah, we need to do a bit of makeup with the gain. And lower the volume. And automate it. Where's the automation mode? There you go. So in the automation mode, literally you can automate anything you want. So if I wanted the LX, for instance, the reverb I'm using, to have the device on or off at some point in my song, I'll just do this. And now it's off. So if you look into this yellow circle here, it means that it's on. And now with the automation, you're going to see that it's going to turn it off at some point now. So you can do literally anything, but that's not the purpose I'm going to use the automation for. I'm going to use it for panning left and right. Track panning. So you go to this menu here, view, you click on automation mode. Then you got mixer, track panning, and then you can just pan from, let's say 35, 36 is fine, to 36. And it's gonna be like left to right. Is it left to right? Yeah, left to right. It's gonna create this beautiful effect on your ears. It's gonna go from that one to that one. And yeah, we like that on audio, don't we? So I'm gonna create that for basically all the risers I'm gonna add. So we've got a riser that goes from verse to chorus. Oh, by the way, locators, also very important. So chorus, I'm so used to look up here for the locators that now I was looking up there and I missed something. First one, let's say someone is gonna sing here, I don't know yet, we'll see at some point. Oops, why is it playing? Another locator, verse 2, oh no. Let's call guitar, no. What are we gonna call this? Intro 2, maybe, don't care. Intro 2 is fine. And then here, because we can add these guitars around here, so 2 guitars maybe. There you go. And then here it's going to be our verse 2. And why is that located there? We're going to remove that locator. We're going to have a second chorus. And by the way, let's rename this to chorus 1. Chorus 2. And bridge. And final fucking chorus. Oops. And here is of course the intro. Song intro. Right. Risers. Let's go back to risers. Risers from verse to chorus. So from here to here, maybe from here to here. Let's listen. Oh, by the way, when you copy it this way, it doesn't copy the automations. You have to go back to the automation mode. And, oh, okay, that's new. Forget what I said. Let's go. And, yeah. Fine. So now what we need is some fills as well, some grooves, and we're pretty much done. We don't need anything else. We've got a nice background to work on top tomorrow, literally. So what we're gonna do tomorrow is we're gonna evaluate if we're gonna sing on top of this verses and chorus, or if we're going to, I don't know, put a guitar on. We'll decide that tomorrow, literally. I've already opened another track before. I was playing for you guys. I've got a second guitar here if I need to go and be the solo, or if not, we will sing on top of the song. And yeah, let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow definitely we will evaluate that. So now my main concern is fills and maybe some percussion. Adding some percussion at some point here on the chorus wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest. Let's have a listen again to the verse without the guitar. So let's start from here maybe. Yeah. We literally don't need anything on this part. This part is mainly for whatever is coming up, guitar or vocals, okay? So if you look here on my to-do list, we've got vocals if needed. Oh, by the way, this is pretty much sorted. Yeah, this I'm gonna keep having it that way. Hope the cat's not coming here, are you? No. So vocals if needed, and guitar solo, by the way, which will come up tomorrow, as I said. So that's fine. Not worried about that anymore. Chorus is my main worry now. So let's listen from verse to chorus, yeah? Yep, a fill from chorus 1 to intro 2 around here at this point is what we're looking for. Same here, and then all over here. And then finish the song. Okay, so let's get that very quickly. We've been on this for what, 2 hours? My God. I did 1 hour last week. How did the time fly today? I guess I was really enjoying it. Oh yeah, we didn't use Splice to do the drums and all that jazz. So that's why it took a bit longer. Right, fills, there we go. Again, BPM, we don't need the key because drums is just percussion. So 100 to 110, yeah. And let's see what they got here. I want something more electronic. This sounds super cool, I'm gonna be honest. I even downloaded this one at some point. I remember downloading it, but I'd never used it. However, here for this song, I'm looking for something more electronic. And excuse me again. this one doesn't sound bad, but I think it's too aggressive for the type of music we're doing. But I think it's worth a try. Let's have a look at that. Just for the sake of it. Maybe with the reverb, it make it a bit more quieter. Let's see if we can work that out. Okay, so I say between, yeah, that's, nope, that's the point we want. Not exactly here, but here. And rename it to fill. Lower down the volume and see what it says. It's not bad. As I said, let's try with the reverb. I mean, these things in Splice are wicked, man. I love it. I know there's people out there that might be saying like, oh, it's not creative to do that. No, you're wrong, man. There's nothing wrong on using this kind of stuff. Let's see. Oh, with the delay. Definitely with the delay. Where's our delay? There you go. Yeah, and let's try it to 50%, 15%, sorry. I'm amazed. Let's add a bit more reverb. I think it's wicked, and yeah, definitely is gonna stay. Right, so we're gonna add this into our chorus to bridge. Then maybe here, and that's it. Because I'm thinking I might fade out at this point here. Let's add a locator saying fade out. See if it makes sense, or if it makes sense finishing with a single note. I have to look at that. Definitely something to do tomorrow as well. Yeah, so let's have a look at that from here. I think it's perfect. I mean, we've got a song, definitely. Something good about this song. I like it. I hope you guys like too. If you guys like, let me know. Let's just move this to the drums mix. Now, just to finish this session, I would just like to show you some bits. We don't have the song mix yet, right? Okay? We still need to mix the song. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done on the song. But I just wanted to show you, I don't know if I can call this mastering, because, but I usually do this in every song I make. And it's kind of a mastering, let's say, because I use an EQ, I use a limiter, compression and limiting. And I use a lot of stuff that I wanted to show you just to see how big the music gets when you use this type of plugins. So let's have a look at our AQ8 and have a look at our song on the most intense part, which I guess is the chorus. It's always the chorus, man. Yeah, and this guitar sound is gonna be different. That can be this one. Um, we, as I said before, just going back a few steps, but we just have the guitar rig and the delay, and the guitar rig. I removed all the effects before, so yeah, this definitely has to change. I don't know yet to what though, but as I said, it's gonna be tomorrow. Now compression. I usually don't use compression, or I either use compression or limiting. So let's go for the limiter. On our most intensive part of the song, which is the chorus, we need to check the meter once again on the main and try to play around with our limiter. So lower the gain on the limiter and up the volume and try to get a good level. That's what I generally do on this part, okay? So if we take the compressor off and we go back to our chorus, got enough headroom yet, or still, I mean, but you can see it started to clip around, yeah, minus 5.6. So it's starting to clip at this point. So what we're gonna do is lower the gain on our limiter, peak reduction. So I've raised the gain a little bit, but I'm gonna take off. Let's see where it goes. Okay, so as you can see, it's clipping, but we're now gonna do the peak reduction. Oh my god, that's why it's not working. Yeah, this is a lot. You don't want that when you're limiting something. What we want is around there. Perfect. Now, there's something called glue reverb, and I'm still gonna use the LX480 because it's a great plugin. And this is gonna glue our mix together, so all the instruments are gonna be glued inside this room created by this reverb. So let's have a look. Maybe 30. Let's put a hole in it and lower the reverberation time to 135 maybe. We don't want low frequencies in it, so I guess around 700. Yes, around there is fine. Let's see how it goes now with the high end of the reverberation. So yep, you can see that it's literally gluing together. Everything is like on its own space. Of course, there's mixing to do, there's panoramics to adjust, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But now my last bit, because I don't like to overcomplicate this part of the mastering. I used to use a lot of multi-band compressors and stuff like that, but now I'm just using an EQ, limiter, reverb, and this beautiful plugin, which is a wide stereo. It's the utility on your audio effects. Literally, it comes with a width of 200. We're gonna take the bass out of that, we want the bass mono, so we're gonna have a listen to the bass here. That's fine. Now listen to the song with and without the stereo widener. So much bigger, so much bigger. Still have to work around those hi-hats. I don't like them. Probably gonna go back to this mix we've done here with the drums on battery, choose something else, re-record them and blah blah blah, do all that jazz. It's okay. But I'm not gonna do that in this session because we've been 2 hours and 11 minutes so far. What I'm gonna do is say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for watching this. And if you guys enjoyed it, once again, subscribe to our channel. It's quite important to us. And I'll see you next week. I don't think I have anything else to say. Hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.